Reed Glidden. He's going to be calling in from California at 3:30.
One minute until showtime.
I like when you wash your hair. I think it just, because I like to see the defined curls. That's what I like. Yep. You're welcome.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
And I'm hungry. Is you looking for good eating? Then stay beating the path to the network with the best food rapper. Hook you up fast. They keep it crispy with the 411. They feeding you right, chopping it up, dishing it out. It's tasting good, but don't bite. The recipes are sublime and info fresh off the vine. They keep you GMO free, cause V, you are what you eat. Now if you too busy chewing on the FAT fat wag, tune into the F to the O to the O to D food rap. Listen to the kitchen on the show with the utmost. With Nina D and Shauna G, your fly MC chef host. Food rap, food rap, food rap, food rap. It's time to eat better. I know you feel the pressure. Can I get a yes, yes, sir? A yes, yes, sir. For the hottest show on the block, from the street to the hood. Keep it locked on Food Rappers Talk. Never tasted so good.
Oh yeah, delicious. Pizzas, hamburgers, and French fries. Oh yeah, all the fast food I can eat. Oh no, I can't. Oh no, I'm hungry. Hey, my stomach growling.
Brussels
It's
sprouts.
food rap.
Food rap. Go Pro Radio Network. Nina Markel, Shauna Glover. Let's go.
That's it.
Hey, what's
welcome.
up, everybody? Today is August 24th, 2013. I'm Nina Markel.
And I'm Shauna Glover.
And we're the hosts of Food Rap. Where talk never tasted so good.
That's right. Asparagus, y'all. Pick up that asparagus. That song never gets old. I laugh at it every time I hear it. Big ups to Nana Soul and You Savior for that awesome track. All right, on today's menu, the return of Snack Attack. Yes,
Yummy.
that's right. It's the end of the summer. We're going to be getting into the, school days, and it's all about the snacks for the kiddies. So we wanted to revisit this. With a different guest was originally planned for today, Roy Glidden. We're actually going to have his brother, who is the founder and president of Beanfields, Reed Glidden. I am so excited, guys. You have no idea.
Me too.
You have no idea, because we've been talking of Beanfields for the last month or so. And, we're going to actually get a chance to really delve into what this company's all about, what the chips are all about. And I think you're going to really like what you're going to hear. He's going to be joining us at 3:30 today. And so make sure you tune in. I want everyone to give us a call, 646-929-1521. I want to speak briefly about Beanfields. They're an award-winning snack that, from personal experience, I know tastes so
Delicious.
good. They're gluten-free, non-GMO, corn-free. They're farmed and made in the United States. And this business, they're a family-owned business. The Beanfields was founded in 2012, so they're fairly new. It's a natural food-based company in Los Angeles, California, whose primary goal is to improve the global food supply by creating delicious plant-based, non-GMO snacks with beans as the primary ingredient.
Yum, yum.
And we're going to find out, people are thinking, like, why beans? But there's actually a lot of great reasons to use beans as the base. But not besides all of that, that's really great information. But people want to know, do they taste good? They're phenomenal. And, my favorite brand is Pico de Gallo. Nina, you had a chance to taste them. Which ones did you like the best?
I really like the Pico de Gallo, but I would like to know why you decided to do Food Rap, Shauna.
Okay. So... why I decided to do food. I mean,
why'd you
look
decide
how
to do food
excited
wrap?
I get just talking about chips.
You know what I'm saying?
I think, this is what it is. I'm excited about, healthy food. I'm excited about when I can just do something simply by, and I use the term simply lightly,
Mhm.
but when I can learn information to help me do better, eat better, so on and so forth. And I became a vegan at the beginning of the year, and that's been a challenge, but I figure this would be a great way to help me improve and also share the information that I'm learning with our listeners. What about you?
That's awesome. Well, of course, with much apprehension, I ended up doing food wrap, and I'm really excited about it because what I realize is that there's so much information out there about our food currently, and so many people don't know what's going on with our food. So I think it's wonderful that we get the opportunity to share, what we are learning and what we're discovering with our great listeners. So that's what I'm all about. I mean, I love working here at the GoPro Radio Network. I feel encouraged by everybody else here, and I'm always running my mouth about food. So I thought this would be a great forum for me to run my mouth about food.
Absolutely. You have taught me many things about the things that I'm putting in my mouth.
I try.
I want to remind everybody, you have to call in today. Give us a call, 646-929-1521. We're going to have our awesome guest, Reed Glidden, on the second half of the show. And this is Food Wrap on the GoPro Radio Network, where talk never tasted so good.
And then it's like that. Swing, 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 and chop, chop, chop. 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 Swing, 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 and chop, chop, chop.
What's up?
That's right. So Chop It Up is one of my favorite segments because we get to break down the labels of certain foods.
Yes.
And tell our listeners, like, you should choose this over that. Like, this ingredient is no good. Maybe this is a better option. So I want to know what you decided to chop up today, Shauna.
Okay, so I decided, since we're going to have Beanfields on, I wanted to compare, Beanfields nacho flavor to, the popular nacho brand that most people pick up in the grocery stores.
Okay.
So,
and I know which one you mean, I think.
Yes, everyone does. Anyone who likes, these nacho chips, they, know what I'm talking about. Okay, so the ingredients for the popular tortilla chip is whole corn vegetable oil, or they can use corn, soybean, or sunflower oil. And we all know about these oils are not necessarily great. They're GMO. Salt, cheddar cheese, maltodextrin, wheat flour, whey, monosodium glutamate, which I'm really
MSG.
surprised. MSG, that's right. We spoke about that.
Which is pretty addictive, by the way.
It is. And there's a
It's an
lot
addictive
of
quality.
things that are in that issues with MSG. It gives people headaches and so on and so forth. Buttermilk solids, Romano cheese from cow's milk, whey protein concentrate, onion powder, partially hydrogenated soybean oil, and cottonseed oil, which I'm surprised about that. I know a lot of companies have been doing just hydrogenated just in recent years, so I'm surprised about that information. And there's a lot of artificial color in here, including yellow 6, yellow 5, red 40, and basically a lot of things in here that are not great for you. So, and 1 ounce is 140 calories, 8 grams of fat.
And it's definitely not vegan. It's not vegan. It's not GMO.
It's not. And you know what? Everybody's not vegan, and it's fine for them to have, items with milk product in it if that's what you want. But there are things in here outside of the dairy products that are really not good for you.
Yeah, particularly the oils.
Exact. The oils, the MSG, and
So
we want to try to avoid these things.
What's your alternative? And I have a feeling I know what it is.
So I don't have the bag with me, but I have, this very beautiful flyer that shows all the different products of Beanfields.
Yummy.
But specifically, I want to talk about nacho because I had a chance to recently try it and I'm addicted. They're tasty, they're crunchy, and I can eat probably 2 or 3 bags, which I shouldn't. In one sitting. Okay, I won't. I try not to. So the ingredients in the nacho flavor Beanfields brand is black beans, navy beans, long grain rice, high oleic safflower and sunflower oil. There is potato, this is the flavoring on the outside of the chip: potato, maltodextrin, salt, tomato powder, cane sugar, which is vegan. And I thought that was interesting because remember we learned there's some kind of beef
Animal byproducts
in
refined sugar.
Thank you. Yeah, which is very interesting. Onion powder, yeast extract, paprika, green bell pepper powder, red bell pepper powder, natural non-dairy flavor, extracts of annatto, lactate acid, and that's basically it. So very just healthy and basic products, and that's it. So what about you? What are you chopping up?
Well, I decided to chop up, and since I'm going to rush through this really quickly because we're coming up to one of our favorite segments next.
Yes.
But I decided to chop up microwave popcorn.
Oh.
Now, interestingly enough, you would think that microwave popcorn is really just corn, but it actually has partially hydrogenated soybean oil, butter, cream, milk, natural flavors, which could be maybe beaver anal gland or cochineal juice. So that's what natural flavor is. Artificial flavor, which is something that's man-made, not necessarily good. And the problem with the hydrogenated oil is that what they do is they go through a process. Now, in itself, it's fine, but what they do is they heat it up to 500 to 1,000 degrees. That changes the molecular structure. And then what they do is they add an element. It's either nickel or aluminum. I think I read nickel or aluminum. And what that does is it changes the molecular structure and it makes it really, really thick and viscous. And then what happens is when you're consuming items that have partially hydrogenated oil or fully hydrogenated, it makes your blood really, really thick.
Oh, wow.
So it contributes to high blood pressure. And the other thing that it does is it's making your heart work extra hard. So that's problematic. And that's why hydrogenated oil is such a problem. And we keep finding it in so many products.
Exactly.
And I wanted to point that out. And my alternative is to get either regular popcorn or just organic non-GMO popcorn. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to post on our social networks a recipe that I use. And I'm going to post a regular version and I'm going to post a vegan version so that you can have popcorn. Because I'm sure you haven't had popcorn in a long time.
I haven't. Yes, I haven't. I actually miss it. So
I'm sure you do.
All right.
All right. So we're up to the ABCs. Excuse me. We're up to the ABCs of food.
You okay? Uh-oh.
I think I need water.
Can we have some water for Nina, please?
Can we have some water? I don't know what happened. But anyway, so we're up to the letter M. And I know what you're going to be talking about, but tell our listeners what you're going to be talking about.
Yes, I totally thought of you.
Actually, let me explain. The ABCs of food is we pick a letter of the alphabet and we describe the nutritional value of food. What is going on with my throat? Thank you so much.
Muhammad.
And so tell us what you picked for the letter M, which is something that I'm addicted to, actually.
Yes, you're very addicted. And I thought about you when this letter came up. It's actually something I really enjoy, too. So let me get right into it. I am chopping up mangoes today. Mangoes. Yummy.
Super yummy.
Actually, I'm learning that mangoes is considered a superfruit. 1 cup of mango is only 100 calories. It's sweet. It's fat-free, sodium-free, cholesterol-free, and it has 20 different vitamins and minerals. Mangoes is rich in vitamin C. 1 cup of mango is an excellent source of vitamin C and provides 100% of your daily vitamin C needs. 1 cup of mango is an excellent source of antioxidant, vitamin A. You get about 35% of your vitamin A needs for that day. 1 cup of mango is a great source of folate, fiber, B6, copper. And, these things are great for your vision, immune function, healthy skin, bone growth.
You're forgetting that they're delicious.
Oh, yeah. They're the bomb.
They're delicious, and I know Ayanna Jones loves them.
If we're in the right season of mangoes, you're getting sweet, juicy,
they're delicious,
and there's so many different varieties of mangoes that I'm learning. I came across maybe like 15, 20 varieties. And
I didn't know there were that many. 15 to 20?
Yes, I was very surprised.
Wow.
So in addition to the great tropical flavor, we have we're saying recommended that healthy adults consume about 5 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. So, mangoes is a great versatile, fruit that you can eat. It's high in, it's just, it's high in so many different nutrients that you can even kind of combine it and add it to your dinners.
Salad.
You can do.
It's really great in salad. Have
Salad.
you ever had mango salsa? They're delicious.
Yeah, I've
salsas.
had mango salsa.
They're
So
delicious.
there's so many different ways that you can add it, not only as a healthy and sweet snack, but also in your everyday cooking.
They're delicious. I love them.
So I just have a couple of fun facts about mangoes. Did you know that the mango tree can grow up to 100 feet or higher with a canopy of 35 feet? So that's the mango tree, and I
can't get one because I'm 4'11". There's no way I can get a mango. I can't climb up that tree. 35 feet? Are you serious?
I know. You're like, Nina, I got to get a ladder. I'm gonna post actually a picture of the mango tree because I thought it was actually very interesting looking. We're never thinking about like how these things are grown. It's just like these big, huge mangoes hanging off of a tree. It's really.
I'm sure that I've seen them in the Dominican Republic. I'm sure that I've seen them. I'm sure that I have. There's a ton of them there.
Well, like I said, there's a lot of different places to get the mangoes, a lot of different varieties. So I'm gonna post all that on our Facebook page, and I want to remind our listeners that you can check out our Facebook page at Food Wrap. And also one more fun fact: did you know that mangoes have natural tenderizing properties, making them a perfect ingredient for marinades? So that's something that we talked about, earlier. And so now it is time for a break.
How sad.
I know. We'll be right back. You're listening to Food Wrap on the GoPro Radio Network, where talk never tasted so good.
You want to know the truth, folks? Do you really want to know the truth? Well, perhaps you can't handle the truth. But if you can listen to GoPro Radio. Tune in at www.goproradio.com. Now have I made myself clear?
GoPro Radio Network. Listen to the voices in your head. I know I do.
You're listening to content developed by the GoPro Radio Network, the fastest growing network in the galaxy. GoPro Radio Network. Listen to the voices in your head. Oh yeah, baby. It's time for that specialty dish.
It's that time.
It sure is.
That's right. We got the sexy music and we got the sexy food. So specialty dish for our listeners who may just be tuning in for the first time is when Nina or myself, create something very scrumptious and delicious for either one of us to try, and we put the recipe up on our Facebook page. What do you have for us today, Nina?
Well, today I decided to make some plantain chips.
Oh yeah.
Which are really nice, easy, quick snack.
Mm-hmm.
Bueno.
Yes, Ayana would agree. So basically, here you go. And I actually have an extra little snack in there for you to try out as well.
Okay, yeah.
Which is not made by myself, but it's something that I discovered.
My mouth is watering.
Taste and do tell.
Oh my God.
And then I'll tell you how I prepared it.
Okay, so I have to talk because these are so delicious. But basically, for those who can't see, it's these are nice, a nice golden brown. They're very crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
I love plantains. I'm a big fan of them. They have a nice,
too.
like, I guess, sea salt on there, I'm assuming.
There's sea salt. And I'm going to tell you how I prepared them. First of all, you want to pick a green plantain. The really firm green plantain. You peel off the skin. And I used a mandolin slicer, and I sliced them really thin. I put some sesame oil in a pan. I heated up the oil. I threw the plantain chips in there, and I turned them over. I mean, they cook literally within, 3-4 minutes.
Really?
And then I took them out and drained them on paper towels and sprinkled them with a little bit of sea salt and a little bit of garlic powder.
They are so delicious.
Aren't they delicious?
They are
They're a nice quick snack. They're healthy. They don't have any weird oils in there.
Yeah, and it's so much better than buying it off the shelf. You just grab a couple of green plantains and you have yourself. I know the kids would love this. Any kid would love this.
Absolutely.
Put them in the lunch.
Absolutely.
Put them to take to school.
So I got another snack in there that I did not prepare, but I discovered this other really great snack.
Okay, I'm gonna try them. If you guys can see, they're
And those
white
are coconut
plate.
chips.
Well, I love coconut, so.
So try them and tell
Okay.
me what you think. And I'll share that information with you later. And on our
Very
Facebook
good.
page.
They're delicious. They're light and flaky.
Mm-hmm.
They're a little sweet.
Mm-hmm. There's a
And
little
it's not
sweetness and there's a little
overpowering.
salt in there.
And the coconut flavor is not overpowering, but it's very delicious.
It's a nice healthy snack too. And you can actually make this yourself as well.
The coconut chips.
There's a way to make them
Well,
yourself.
thank you so much.
I'm actually going to put it on our social networks, but I did want to remind everyone to call us at 646-929-1521. And I wanted to tell everybody, if you love our content and if you think the GoPro Radio Network is providing you with some really cool, useful information, particularly food wrap, you can make a secure donation on our website, goproradio.com. You can hit the donate button. You know, you can show us your appreciation for what we're delivering. We're giving you some educational, some informational things, and it is expensive and costly to operate our, this network. So if you want to give us something back in return, please feel free to make a donation. Just hit the donate button and put whatever amount you can.
Yes, and I am so happy right now because these are
Aren't you?
delicious. Yes.
They're tasty. I
Hit
should
that
try one too,
donate
but I was
button,
choking
guys.
a few minutes ago,
Well, they're about to be gone. I'm sorry.
They're about to be gone. I think I better move them. Let me just move them out of the way.
Okay, that's enough eating for me. Thank you so much for that specialty dish. That
Absolutely.
was awesome.
I thought it would fit in today with, the return of the snack attack,
Yes, I'm going to be making those for sure.
Yeah, they're easy to make. And of course, I'm going to put them on our social networks.
Mm-hmm. All right, food fight. Love that music. Again,
Me
we
too.
have some awesome music on this show.
That's right.
So, food fight is basically, Nina and I, we go out there, we look for information. There's so much out there on the internet, and you can't make heads or tails sometimes of either, what's true, what's not true. So we get that information and we bring it to you, to the listener. What do you have for us today?
Well, I decided to change it up, and I decided to talk about a story that Food Babe posted last week. And I'm not sure if you know who she is. Her name is Vani.
Okay.
And she kind of does what we do.
Mm-hmm.
She does it full time. Vani means voice, which I think is really interesting because she's always sharing all this wonderful information about our food. So I decided to talk about beer because beer is often paired up with snacks.
Mm.
And beer made particularly in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to actually be posting this on the social networks.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, if you want to follow us on our social networks, you can like our Facebook page, which is Food Wrap. You can also follow us on Instagram at Food Wrap. You can also follow us on Twitter at Food Wrap Radio. You can also follow us on Pinterest at Food Wrap Radio Show. And also you can subscribe to our YouTube channel if you want to see videos or previous ones on the Food Wrap Show.
Excellent.
You know what I'm saying? So anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so is beer really healthy? And this is her article. Is beer really healthy? Why are ingredients not listed on the label? Which brands can we trust? A year ago, she started doing research in beer after questioning several beer companies, reading books about food science, and talking to experts. Someone who eats organic makes the right choices at the grocery store and is fit and lives an extraordinarily healthy lifestyle, but then drinks beer like it's going out of style. So here are the problems with beer. Alcohol is metabolized by the body differently than all of the calories that you consume. Alcohol is one of the only substances that you consume that can permeate your digestive system, go straight into your bloodstream. It bypasses normal digestion and is absorbed into the body intact, where it goes straight into the liver, making your liver work even harder.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
And then here are some really questionable things. Okay, so it does talk about your liver being the main fat-burning organ. So basically, when you're drinking beer, you're not burning fat.
Wow, I didn't know that.
You're not burning fat because your liver is working to process the beer that's going through your system.
Okay.
So the liver is going to metabolize alcohol versus fat.
Mm-hmm.
Additionally, one of the primary functions of the liver is to remove environmental toxins from your body. So it is overtaxed with alcohol. The normal removal of these toxins becomes extremely diminished and can result in rapid aging, loss of libido, and other diseases.
Wow.
Loss
I
of
had no
libido.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people think that the alcohol enhances libido.
I don't think so. That's not what it sounds like to me.
Mm-hmm.
When you drink beer, there is almost 100% chance that you don't know what you are drinking. The ingredients in beer are not required by law to be listed anywhere on the label, and manufacturers have no legal obligation to disclose the ingredients.
Wow.
For regular beer, calorie levels and percent alcohol are optional, and for light beer, calories are mandatory, but alcohol levels are also optional. Ingredient labeling on food products and non-alcoholic beverages is required by the FDA, but a whole other federal agency regulates beer, and not very well. The Department of Treasury and the same folks who collect your taxes oversees alcoholic beverages. Isn't that interesting?
That's weird. Yeah, that makes no sense.
Yeah, so anyway, these are the things that you can find in beer in the United States. Monosodium glutamate, which is highly addictive.
Wow.
Yes, which causes headaches and other issues that we discussed earlier.
Mm-hmm.
There are many different types of sulfites and antimicrobial preservatives linked to allergies and asthma. What else? Natural flavors can come from anything, like I said earlier, from a beaver's anal glands.
Mm-hmm.
They also often contain high fructose corn syrup, which we talked about.
No bueno.
Not good. I agree.
No me gusta.
It has GMO sugars, such as dextrose and corn syrup, which we have found, is contributing to type 2 diabetes in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's caramel coloring in beer, which if they're using class 3 or class 4, those are made from ammonia and classified as a carcinogen. So they could potentially lead to cancer.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
I
why.
had no idea.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's why I
Crazy.
wanted to talk about it, because people pair a lot of beer drinking with their snacks, and I think this is really important information.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, these ingredients are no joke. I mean, I'm going to post this on our social networks, but I just think it's a disgrace that, if we're consuming something like beer, we should know what the ingredients are, but we have no idea.
People don't think about that. They just want to know if they're going to get a buzz. And then
Or meet someone
Exactly.
at the bar.
Strange but food.
Hilarious.
So,
right.
we're up to strange but food.
Yes.
And so Shauna and I, searched, the entire world, even the United States, to find out, what kind of strange, odd, weird things we can talk about on the show.
Mm-hmm.
So what is your strange but food this week?
It just gets weirder and weirder. So this week I went with a snack food, a popular strange snack food. That you can find here in this country, but it's really popular in Shanghai. And it's marinated duck jaw.
That doesn't sound so strange, but I don't think I would eat it.
So? Who's
A
eating
jaw? I don't
duck
know.
jaws? I mean, I don't want to see any head on my plate. I mean,
Well, okay, I
when
get
was
it.
eating meat,
Okay, I don't
want
wanna
to
see the head. I don't wanna
weird.
see it
I don't
either.
want to see
No.
eyes, none of that.
Me neither.
Marinated duck jaw is a nice snack to increase your appetite. The cooking method is easy, but the way of making marinated juice, is complex. This juice can be bought from the shop. So if the duck jaw and the marinated juice are all available, you can start making appetizers now. First is to fry the duck jaw in ginger and in oil until it changes color. Then put the jaw into the marinated water and remember to churn up for many times. After a few hours, you can taste the marinated jaw.
Interesting.
And that's it.
That's interesting.
Yummy.
Wait till you hear what I'm talking about.
What do you got today? What do you got?
Okay, so my strange but food is hormigas culonas,
Sounds very interesting.
aka roasted big-butted ants.
Hilarious.
Culonas means big butt.
Oh, okay. Culones?
Culonas.
Oh, I know a couple culones.
So do I. They are from South America. And though South American theaters rarely carry popcorn, they mostly serve whole roasted culonas or hormigas. They pop them into the mouth just like peanuts. I guess they have a similar texture. Crunchy, munchy, big-butted ants, anyone? Before you get too grossed out, consider that ants have been an essential part of Aboriginal diet for centuries. Eating ants may sound revolting, but it could be a lifesaver. Because of the primordial ingredients in the pre-Hispanic cuisine, like insects, crustaceans, and edible reptiles are essential elements in the creation of modern and traditional Mesoamerican food. In many parts of the world, insects are prized foods.
Lord have mercy.
Since the snack, aka hormiga culona, is also considered an aphrodisiac, They bring these babies to date nights, and you may see more than what's going on the movie screen.
Bueno.
I just get the chills thinking about eating bugs. I don't think I could. I mean, I
don't think I could do bugs, but I think if I had no choice or if I grew up in that culture, it would be nothing to me. But, I did want to mention that we are also being sponsored by GP's at Hamilton Park. GP's is family owned, just like the GoPro Radio Network, and they've been operating since 1934. They practice humane and sustainable methods and always seek organically grown produce from non-GMO plants. You can find them at 236 Pavonia Avenue in Jersey City. And you can also call them at 201-418-8800 to make a reservation. Yes. Or you can check them online at www.gpsrestaurant.com.
And their food is the bomb. And I also want to mention that today's show is proudly sponsored by Beanfields Snacks. They're an award-winning snack. They taste delicious.
They taste delicious.
I'm telling you, they're the bomb. I'm speaking firsthand. They're gluten-free, non-GMO, corn-free, vegan for folks like me. They are farmed and made in the United States, and they're a family-owned business. You can find them at Beanfields with an S, snacks.com. And after our break, we're going to be talking to our special guest. I'm very excited, Reed Glidden.
I cannot
He is the founder
and the president
of the company, the creator. So I'm looking forward to that. We'll be back after this break.
That's right. Hi, I'm Nina Marcal. I'll be bringing up your purchase today. My associate Shauna Glover will bag your items.
Hey there.
Hey, nice to meet both of you.
Let's see. Pork rinds, grape soda, genetically modified strawberries.
Yeah.
No me gusta.
Oh.
Okay, I don't want to offend you or anything, but none of this stuff is good for you.
It can't be that bad.
You're practically digging your grave with your teeth.
Yikes.
But don't worry, there are healthier choices that are just as delicious. You can try some dried kale instead of potato chips.
Or even actual grape juice in the place of the purple liquid cavities.
Right.
Also organic fruit instead of the GMOs.
You guys have some good ideas. But how do you know so much about good eating?
Shauna and I host the brand new talk show Food Rap every Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the GoPro Radio Network.
Yeah, it's the brand new radio show that's all about good eating. Nina and I will take you on a delicious journey through the latest trends and traditions and alternative eating from the everyday person's perspective.
Wait a minute, I heard about that show, Food Rap, on the GoPro Radio Network, right?
Yep, it's the perfect weekly digest for anyone looking to beef up on food facts and share their own discoveries.
All right, that's it. I'm putting all this junk back and I'm making better choices. And the first choice I'm making is to tune into Food Rap every week from now on.
That's every Saturday at 3 p.m. on the GoPro Radio Network.
At www.goproradio.com.
Where talk never tasted so good.
You're listening to content developed by the GoPro Radio Network, the fastest growing network in the galaxy. GoPro Radio Network. Listen to the voices in your head.
All right. Welcome back to Food Rap on the GoPro Radio Network. I'm Nina and this is Sean. And today's item on the menu is the return of Snack Attack.
That's right.
And we are going to be joined shortly by Reed Glidden, founder and president of Beanfields. He went from driving an 18-wheeler in the salt mines of Utah to working union construction, then on to owning his own company. Reed eventually ended up in the natural foods industry by working at a natural food brokerage. Through diligence, persistence, and hard work, Reed ended up learning every aspect of the business and owned it within 5 months. 10 years later, he sold parts of the natural food brokerage, Choice Marketing, in order to retire, but eventually he got the itch to start up another business. Beanfields. The rest is history.
That is so awesome.
Isn't that great? And I wonder,
great story.
Isn't it great? And I want to welcome Reed. Reed, are you on the air?
I'm here.
Hi. It's so exciting to have you. First of all, I wanted to. Did you want to talk a little bit more about yourself? I had to shorten it up because there's so much information about you. But I did want to ask you, talk to us about Beanfields and your values.
Well, first I'd like to say that I'm a surprise guest, co-founder of my wife, Liza.
Hi there.
Hey, how are you?
Welcome.
I thought, well, this is a family business, and why not?
Absolutely.
Well, I'll talk a little about, the family business and why we started it is that we really believe that food is very, very critical not just to your health, but it's critical to the environment. It's critical to basically the family unit, and what you bring to the table and what you snack on makes a big difference in your lifestyle. And so that's one of the many reasons why we take such care with food, and it's so important to our particular family.
Well, that's great, and I was reading that Liza Liza actually baked up the first batch. Is that correct?
I did. I'm the Betsy Ross of the family. I baked up the first snacks. We're very passionate about labeling food. We want all food to be labeled about whether it's GMOs or not.
Absolutely.
We want more nutrition. We want less empty calories and more nutrition. So we want good ingredients, and beans are just about as good as you get where ingredients go.
That is great. Actually, I was reading when I was researching the company, and I was learning that you guys just spoke about how many different ways that beans are beneficial, not only to your health, but just to the environment, and can you talk a little bit about that? And I just want to, you mentioned, GMO and food labeling, which there's a huge fight going on right now, but you guys are a non-GMO project verified company. Is that correct?
We are indeed, since the beginning of our company.
That's great.
Well, let me talk a little about beans. I could just talk about one thing alone to tell you the value of beans, and that, let's talk about water usage.
Okay.
To grow a pound of protein. To grow a pound of soybean protein is around 215 to 220 gallons of water. A pound of peanuts is 365 gallons of water for a pound of protein.
Wow.
A pound of pork protein is 756 gallons of water per pound. Chicken is 469, and beef is over 1,800 gallons of water for 1 pound of protein. So if we looked at water usage alone and pollution alone, beans just win. They win on more than just that. Not only are they taking less water to grow a pound of protein than any other source of protein on Earth, at the same time, they're putting nitrogen back into the soil. So the number on beans, the number of gallons of water per 1 pound of bean protein is 43.
What a difference. What a difference.
That's huge. That's huge.
Just take that alone, and also you have this chart that is at the
food plate chart.
The food plate chart. And on the food plate chart, there's only one item that appears twice, and that's beans. Beans appear as a vegetable and a protein.
That's true.
So they have lots of different kinds of nutrition, and in addition to protein, they also have fiber and minerals in abundance.
Yes.
That's great. I mean, that's awesome.
It's 1 cup of of beans contains 150% of the daily requirement of trace minerals, 120% of the thiamine, which is critical for brain and cognitive function.
Wow.
Interesting. That's really interesting.
Amazing.
We really, just on the benefit of beans alone, we could go on pretty much until tomorrow.
Well, it's great.
So you can run your mouth like me. I like that. That works for me.
You can do that.
That works for me. I wanted to ask you, what challenges did you have? What challenges did you face while building the company? Did you have any challenges? Anything that you want to talk about?
Yeah, a really big challenge is to keep the ingredients clean, the non-GMO. That's a big challenge, because if you want to have flavorings in your product, really, we had to vet. At first, we were going to go, we can be non-GMO. We'll just figure that out on our own. And we decided finally to go with the non-GMO verification project, which you can look up on the internet, and it'll really teach you a lot. So we went through their process, and goodness gracious, the GMOs, through the use of corn, are insidious in so many items that, and right now we're trying to get 2 new flavors out. One I've been working on for 2 years to get it right. And so that is a challenge to keep this stuff clean, and we care about that. So also, what is another challenge? Affording to start a small family business. It's really taken friends and family and really everything we could muster together to make a family effort to do this. But so far, so good.
Well, I have to say that, we're a small business as well, and that's one of the reasons why we have wholeheartedly embraced your brand. And I just talk about it as much as possible because, when I discovered it, and I discovered it by accident, I fell in love with it, and I immediately I Instagrammed a photo of it, and, I haven't stopped talking about it ever since.
You have not. But they are quite delicious. They are pretty good. We got some really great feedback at the parade, It's amazing.
Well, we can't thank you enough for your support. We feel it, and it seems that we've hit some kind of nerve with this. I mean, we care about it. We eat this way. I've been into the food industry for many, many years, but the feedback we're getting from great folks like you, and I mean from children, from even corporate type folks, and our neighbors is astounding, and it's really emotional for us. We get people calling up and writing us saying that my child can't have certain items, so he feels kind of relegated to being an oddball. He can't have, snacks in his lunch that look the same and taste really good. And all of a sudden they find us and they say, not only are these mainstream flavor, yet with a natural a philosophy, but the taste has the other children in the classroom wanting those snacks more than their snacks. Around our neighborhood, we give them to the neighborhood kids, and we've got several of them saying it's their school's favorite chip. Their teachers bring them every day. So
absolutely,
how gratifying is that?
Yeah, I have a 7-year-old, and she loves she actually loves the sea salt flavor a lot. So we have a caller. We want to bring him in. We have someone who wants to ask you a question. Caller 201, you're on the air.
Hi, my name is Phil, and I actually had those chips at a parade recently, and I can't find them in the at ShopRite, my local supermarket. I approached him about it, the manager, and I made him aware of the chips. The chips are really terrific. My daughter, she loves them, and I think they're going to replace her chip kind of fetish she has. So they're a great chip. I really love them.
Thank you so much, Phil, for that call. Thank you. So,
Wow, what a great call. One of the challenges in a family business is how do you get your little family business everywhere? How do you get the product everywhere?
Yeah.
Just recently, as of June, we've achieved a really major feat for our company, and we have the ability to have them nationwide. Doesn't mean that they are nationwide, but we have distribution now nationwide.
Congratulations.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, no kidding. Believe me, we really want to take care of your caller. And one of the things you can do is you can go on our website, and there's a store locator on there. And if there's nothing in your area yet, what he did to talk to the manager is amazing for our company. You can order online and get the product, but really it's our goal to spread these things far and wide, both for our family businesses to succeed and to show that you can do better with food. You can have better ingredients and have them taste as good or better.
Well, I'm so glad you said that. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, if you bring a package in with you, then it has the UPC codes in it. It makes it easier for the store manager to order. And if you don't have that, you can print out one on our website.
Oh, okay, great. And what's that website? Can you tell our listeners your website?
www.beanfieldsnacks.com. It has 2 S's in the middle and 1 at the end.
Excellent.
And I did want to tell everybody to call in if you have any questions for Reed or Liza. Liza at 646-929-1521. That's 646-929-1521. I did want to ask with the company going nationwide, like what procedures do you have in place to keep the level of quality? Like, do you have any procedures in place? Is that something that you're working on?
I'll tell you really what's happened with this is that this may sound strange, but the more we make, the better we get at it. When you make a larger run, you can be more consistent with the run, and we're finding, frankly, as we're now 2 years and like 3 months old, that the quality keeps improving, and we contract with these amazing manufacturers, and we've just recently contracted on the East Coast with a manufacturer that is just unbelievable, and they help us to keep that quality up, and we're all looking at all times, how do we improve the quality and how do we improve the ability for folks to get them. So, we really haven't had any stumbling block in creating better when the volume goes up. As a matter of fact, just the opposite.
That's great to hear.
That's great.
We're kosher and certified gluten-free. Actually, we're able to raise the quality as we move on and as we have bigger volume.
That is so good to hear.
Raise the quality, because that's usually the opposite, in a situation like this.
Absolutely. And what we're going to do also is we're going to put the link on where we're going to put that finder on our Facebook page so listeners know how to find your snacks as quickly as possible. We're going to go to a break. If you can hold on the line, and we'll be right back. This is Food Wrap on the GoPro Radio Network, where talk never tasted so good.
The GoPro Radio Network is proud to present our newest show, Food Wrap, hosted by food enthusiast Nina Marcal and Shauna Glover. Together, they will chew the cud, so to speak, and take you on a mouth-watering journey to whet your appetite. They'll spill the beans on the latest food trends, beef up on food facts, and share their own discoveries. They'll also have special guest experts and feature piping hot segments like Strange But Food and Chop It Up. So tune in on Saturday, June 1st at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the premiere of Food Wrap and get your food fix in. Why? Because, talk never tasted so good. That's Food Wrap only on the GoPro Radio Network at www.goproradio.com.
You're listening to content developed by the GoPro Radio Network, the fastest growing network in the galaxy. GoPro Radio Network. Listen to the voices in your head.
We are back. We're live with Reed and Liza.
This is Food Wrap on the GoPro Radio Network.
I'm Shauna Glover, and we have
Nina Marcal.
That's right. And we're getting some great information about a great brand, Beanfields, which is a family-owned company. And we have a caller, guys. We have a caller, another caller. Caller in there, 646.
Hi, my name is Tati, and I've had these chips before, and I think they're amazing, especially I'm 18, and I remember turning 18. I made a promise to myself about eating healthier and just eating better, but of course it didn't work out so well. And when I had these chips, it was so exciting to me to know that they tasted so good, and I was like, I could replace this with Doritos. I had the nacho one, so it was really exciting. And actually, I'm going to college now, and I'm so worried about the freshman 15, and I thought it would be so great to have these chips at my school. And I was wondering, if you guys are working on getting these chips in the school, or is there any way, maybe they can help or something? Because I think it's really a great alternative to Doritos and etc.
What a great question.
That's a great question.
Thank you so much, caller. We appreciate that. Hold on the line so you can get the answer. Reed, are you guys making any attempts to connect with universities and colleges across the country?
Well, thank you, Tatia, for this question. We have made some progress in that. We're in
USC, University of Southern California, proudly sells our chips. We
Nice.
had some in University of California, San Diego, and many other schools. Yes, we university students love our chips.
One of the things that Tati can do to help, though, is she can go right to the restaurants or the snack bars and ask them. And it does work. It really is amazing when someone will actually advocate for something that they want at a school. And again, you know, we want it to be there. You can go to our website and order that way. So, you know, we're trying to get to everyone, and we are working on schools. Schools are a little bit different. They're a little more difficult than our normal systems, but we're not going to give up on it.
All right, great. Well, Tati, definitely check out our Facebook page, and we'll have that link for you that you can share with your cafeteria. Speaking of Doritos, it says all your chips, including nachos, are dairy-free. In fact, Veg News magazine called them the vegan answer to Doritos. Why make your chips, dairy-free and vegan?
There's a couple good reasons. One of them is we really want to make these chips available to everyone. So we make sure they tasted good. But there's many people who are lactose intolerant. And so right off the bat, that doesn't bode well for grabbing a cheese snack for those folks. And it is a major allergen. And we're trying to avoid that. That's why we avoided the top 8 allergens the FDA says don't do that. It's bad for our kids.
Okay.
And also, you know, it's that we're environmentalists. We believe that, as I was stating to you, the amount of use, this is more in our beans, but we believe that it's better for the environment to use plant-based food in general for eating.
Great. I just actually became a vegan in January, and it's been a challenge. That's why I was so excited to find your chips, because, you know, I did kind of miss the snacking. You know what I mean? Just because you're a vegan.
You do.
Yeah.
You do, and it's a tough one. It's getting better, and the fact that Liza and I are both plant-based diet folks, you know, I certainly am not going to make something that isn't. And we're working, just to let you guys know, we're working on more what in the industry is called an analog, a cheese analog, but it's a dairy flavor. We're working on yet another one that this is the one that's taken me 2 years. And it should show up shortly. And we will continue to do this because we're proving a point is you can make really any food taste any way out of plants.
I love you for that.
Animals, the animals we produce for food create as much greenhouse gases as all of our personal transportation globally, and that amount is rising. So it's helpful for our environment to eat less animals, and it's also helpful for our health.
Did you know that 50% of the pollution in the U.S. is due to runoff and animal waste? And
I didn't know that, but it makes sense.
As well as water pollution.
Wow, that's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really something what's happened to our food system, and you know, maybe we can help a little bit.
I did have a question. I want to know, what does the future hold for Beanfields?
You know, this bean thing, we think it's an important replacement for overused ingredients. We see corn so overused, it's in everything. We see so much wheat, and again, we're non-wheat, so we're gluten-free. You see so much soy and so many ingredients, and we're experimenting, and we're finding that if you take beans and replace some of those ingredients, they actually are more nutritious and taste better. So we're not done trying to see what we can do using beans to replace some of these overused ingredients. We have more items coming out, and I'd say what the future holds for Beanfields is what you're doing for us right now by allowing us to speak up for food. And that really is a very important part of this company for Liza and I and Roy, the other co-founders. We want to speak up for food. We want to say, We need better food. We need food created by artists and musicians and philosophers.
Yes.
Not necessarily corporations that only look at the bottom line.
We agree. Excellent. Thank you so much.
Bottom line, but there's more bottom lines than just money. There's our environment, there's the people that we work with, and that's, if there's a future for Beanfields, it's to speak up for that.
Thank you so much, Reed and Liza. We really appreciate. We are out of time. We went by too fast. We really appreciate you guys for calling in. And Nina?
Yes. Well, I'm going to take us out. So we want to thank you, Reed and Liza, for calling in and for sponsoring the GoPro Radio Network and Food Wrap. Next week, you can join us where the item on the menu will be exercise or eggs are sides with Ari Nunez of Ari's America. Mm-hmm. She's going to be our special guest. She's internationally renowned. She's a health and wellness personality and a celebrity trainer. She actually trains Rihanna and Alicia Keys.
Awesome.
She's going to be in the studio. It's going to be really exciting. Mm-hmm. We want to thank our wonderful producer, Tylon Washington, our amazing engineer, Ayana Jones, excuse me. Ayana Jones. And our wonderful production assistant, Tatiana Washington. Our wonderful production assistant, Tiana Washington. And what do we have coming up next, Shauna?
Coming up next is the Glenn Z Show at 4, NRG at 6, and the Sexy Party Show at 7. I have to give another huge shout out to Beanfields, Reed, Roy, Liza. We love what you guys are doing. Thank you so much. Tune in next week. I'm Shauna Glover.
I'm Nina Markel.
And this is Food Wrap on the GoPro Radio Network. Where talk never tasted so good.
Peace out.
And I'm hungry. Is you looking for good eating? Then stay beating the path to the network with the best food rapper hook you up fast. They keep it crispy with the 411. They feeding you right, chopping it up, dishing it out. It's tasting good, but don't bite. With recipes is sublime and info fresh off the vine. They keep you GMO free, cause you are what you eat. Now if you too busy chewing on the FAT fat wag, tune into the F to the O to the O to D food rap. Listen to the kitchen on the show with the utmost. With Nina D and Shauna G, your fly MC chef host. Food rap, food rap, food rap, food rap. It's time to eat better. I know you feel the pressure. Can I get a yes, yes, sir? A yes, yes, sir. For the hottest show on the block, from the street to the hood. Keep it locked on Food Rappers Talk. Never tasted so good.
Oh, yeah, delicious.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.